I'm Dr. Tracy Larson with this week's Monday Motivation. Here at Thrive, we talk a lot about nutrition and what we put on our plates, but we don't often talk about the things that we put on our food, such as the sauces, dressings, and other condiments. These things add a lot of flavor and texture to our food, and they can actually sometimes be nutritional, but sometimes they actually have some adverse effects, and high levels of sugar, high fructose corn syrup, sodium, and some fats. So we need to be careful with what we put on our food. I'm going to talk about some things that we really should be watching and being careful of, and then give you some better alternatives. The first one is ketchup, which we certainly eat a lot of in our country given the high amount of fast food that we eat. Did you know that 1 tablespoon of ketchup has 4 grams of sugar, which is about the same as an Oreo cookie? And who uses 1 tablespoon of ketchup? So by the time you put it on your burger or on your French fries, you may have the equivalent of 4 or 5 Oreo cookies on your plate. An alternative to this might be using something like salsa, or at least maybe a lower sugar version of ketchup, or putting it on the side and dipping your food in the ketchup so you end up getting less volume. Another condiment to watch for is mayonnaise, because it has such a high fat content at 11 grams in just 1 tablespoon, which is about 100 calories. The best alternative would be to use something else like hummus on a sandwich, or some other type of spread like pesto for flavor, or if you're cooking or making a dip with it, use something like plain Greek yogurt or sour cream that gives it the good consistency. And if you do have to use mayonnaise, just try to minimize the amount that you use. Soy sauce is another thing to watch for, because it is packed with sodium. Only 2 tablespoons of soy sauce have about 100% of what we're supposed to be eating in our sodium content for the day. So certainly just look for the lower sodium versions of soy sauce, and when you're using it, try to minimize the amount. This time of year, with all the grilling and cooking out, we're using a lot of barbecue sauce probably. Barbecue sauce, particularly the kinds over the counter, are packed with sugar and high fructose corn syrup. If you can use the more vinegar-based ones that are waterier, you'll use less and then avoid all the sugar as well. And another good thing is just to try to make your own, because then you know what's in it. And lastly, the over-the-counter salad dressings. So you can have a great salad and have a great meal, but once you pour the salad dressing on it, you've kind of blown it. Look at the ones, the salad dressings in the grocery store, and you'll see a paragraph of ingredients. Often sugar and high fructose corn syrup or some unhealthy oils are in the top list of the list. If you can make your own, you really don't even have to buy salad dressing if you use extra virgin olive oil, which has got a lot of health benefits, and then add the vinegar of your choice, like balsamic or champagne vinegar. Then you can add some herbs or onions, garlic, some other additives to play around and get better flavor. Another thing is, like, if you have to have your blue cheese or your ranch or your Thousand Island, if you just love it, at least you can just cut it maybe 50-50 with water. It spreads better, so you end up using less of it. It has half the calories, half the fat, half the sodium, half the sugar, because you cut it with the water. And it really still has the same flavor. So those are some things to watch for. Some better alternatives, and maybe some things to try and play around with, would be using pesto. You can make your own or buy it store-bought. It has a lot of olive oil and basil, garlic, a lot of good things for you. Hummus is also a good alternative, made with chickpeas, and it has a lot of different flavors you can try. Besides that, you can use maybe a homemade tzatziki dip, and we just did a talk on Greek food, and we have a great recipe on our website for homemade tzatziki dip, which is mostly Greek yogurt, which is high in protein. It also has olive oil and garlic, lemon juice, some other good things for you. Another good thing to try would be guacamole, which is mostly avocado, or salsa, which is a lot of tomatoes, all fresh and healthy things for you without any of the artificial additives and without the high sugar, salt, and fat content.